What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to a very special, I know I say that a lot, but this one is a special one, as you can see. Product spotlight and unboxing video today featuring the brand new worldwide release of the Denon Prime 4. Ever since it was announced back in NAMM in January, people have been going nuts about this thing. So if you guys remember, back in March, I was in Las Vegas for the Mobile Beat conference, and that was actually my first hands-on experience with the Denon Prime 4.
Tell us a little bit about it.
What's up, guys? Jason from Denon DJs. So this is the Prime 4 all-in-one, the world's first 4-deck, 4-channel standalone unit.
And I wanted to see for myself why people were losing their minds over this DJ controller. And the simple reason why so many DJs are excited about this controller is because, quite frankly, there's never been anything quite like it. The Denon Prime 4 is the world's first standalone 4-channel, 4-deck, stand-alone DJ controller. Now, what does that mean, stand-alone? Well, it means you don't really need a laptop to use it. Essentially, what Denon did is they took their MCX technology that's found on their high-end players, the 5000 and 1800 mixer, and combined that to make this standalone unit that's really designed for mobile DJs like you and myself. So today we are going to be unboxing, and I'll be sharing with you guys my initial thoughts on the Denon Prime 4 standalone DJ controller. Let me whip out my handy dandy box opening shank. Shout out to my friend Greg from Wisconsin for hooking me up with a brand new, fresh box opening shank. Greg, thank you so much. He's a fan of the unboxing videos and he hooked me up. That's a big box. Alright, so here we have it. Massive box. Very nice. IEC cable, instruction manual. Wow, the instruction manual is very nice. It almost looks like a magazine. Blue USB cable, microfiber cloth to clean your screen, flyers, more manuals, and last but not least, we have, it looks like a Denon DJ screen protector. We also have these little screws that I'm not particularly sure what they are used for. Let's throw this stuff off to the side. So here you guys have it, the Denon DJ Prime 4 controller and all its glory. The moment we've all been waiting for, here it comes. Ooh, yeah.
Hi, puppy.
Feels so good. It's actually not too big. It's very small. And I'm guessing because this thing is designed for mobile DJs, they didn't want to go too crazy making it a big ass controller. I'm personally partial to a big con, and this is very, very compact to me. And I'm not gonna lie to you, these platters seem a little small to me. This is my hand, and it just way overshadows it. I can't even fit 3 fingers on it. So there are multiple sections on this controller. There's a lot going on, and I'm gonna run it down for you guys. On the top left-hand side, we have our mic controls and effect controls. Top center, you have a beautiful screen, and obviously it flips so you can angle this to your liking, whichever way you like. Right-hand side, you have some volume controls, including your master, zone, booth with EQs. Very rarely will you even find a controller or a mixer with a zone out. Kudos to Denon. On top, you also have your inputs. You have an SD card input and you have inputs for 2 USBs. There's no shortage of media inputs here. You have 2 there. And also, cool thing about the Denon Prime 4 is that on the bottom of this, you can also install a hard drive simply by removing this bottom plate with the screwdriver. That way you don't have to carry an SD card or your thumbsticks, and you're good to go forever. Decks are pretty standard on what you would find on any DJ controller. You have 8 performance pads on the bottom of each deck, which allow you to trigger hot cue, loops, rolls, and even a slicer. You of course have your standard play pause button, cue button, and sync button. You have loop controls, slip on and off. I love how these pitch faders feel. They are not loose, they feel actually quite tight, and I like that. That means you can really dial into BPM. The mixer section features 4 channels, each with an effect 1 or 2 selector. You have your trim with a 3-band EQ. You have a 4th knob with your wet and dry sweep effects. Channel faders are nice and tight, and your crossfader has awesome give to it. Cool thing that I can see here is that your crossfader is interchangeable if you're like a crazy turntablist and you end up cracking it. Front side of the Prime, we have your headphone inputs. You have channel assign buttons if you want to use your own media players, turntables, whatever it may be. Fader start on and off, and fader contour control. Let's take a look at the back and take a look at all the ins and outs that this thing has to offer. Right to left, we have an IEC connection, 2 more additional USB inputs, as well as your USB. You have a link section. This is something that I'm very excited to see how other DJs use it and implement it in their shows, because this link is actually DMX controlled. This is actually like the future of DMX. Excited to see how this thing works with lights. You have a beastly 3 output sections, including zone out, booth out, and master out. You have RCA inputs for all 4 channels. Last but not least, all the way on the left, you have 2 microphone inputs, both of them XLR. Love it. So now is the fun part. Let's plug it in and see how this thing works. Look at how shiny this screen is. All right, first time booting this bad boy up. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Wow, this thing is bright. The LEDs are bright. This version is Veda, do not use in live scenario. Disclaimer, this video is being filmed prior to the release of the Prime 4, but by the time that you guys are watching this video, everything will be official, which means that it will no longer be running the beta software. It'll be running the official software for the unit. Speaking of software, this thing is designed to be used as a standalone unit. And when I first heard that this controller was designed to be used without a laptop, I gotta admit I was a little concerned, because I know a ton of DJs who have spent years and years organizing their perfect library, whether it be on Serato, Virtual DJ, Tractor, or Record Box, and I'm not sure how many of those DJs were just ready to just say, all right, I'm giving up all that work that I put in, I'm moving into a new system. Well, Denon thought of that too. They engineered a software called Engine Prime, which allows you to migrate your track from things like Serato. So that is actually what I did. I migrated some of my crates from Serato onto a separate hard drive in order for me to film this review. Now, for full transparency's sake, I will say that the migration process did take me a little while, because I have over 100,000 tracks on my current Serato library. So it did take the software about an hour and some change to accumulate all the tracks that I have. However, once I did that, it was a fairly simple process, more or less just dragging and dropping crate from your Serato library onto the Denon library. Alright, so here you can see the screen. It's nice, it's bright, it's big, and it works just as you think it would. If you have an iPhone, an Android device, if you've been living in this century, then you know how to use a touchscreen device. Obviously, you go up flawlessly. As you guys can see, there is no lag. I'm actually pretty impressed by how fast it is. So right now I am in USB 1. I actually titled my hard drive Denon Prime, so that's why it says that there. Now what I've done is that I've imported some curated sets from BPM Supreme, and if I press this right here, there you guys see some of my curated sets. This one will allow you to search through playlists and your history. Bottom here, you have a prepare crate, which allows you to throw tracks in there for you to play later on or coming up. You also have a folder if you want to create playlists on the spot. And you have search. You can search by genre, artist, album, BPM, or key. Also have search there on the bottom, and as you can see, it keeps up with me just fine. Whatever I type in, it is keeping up with me just fine. Let's search just, for example, 50 It's 50 Cent, what up gangster is right there. Boom, sends that. I sends it to my prepare, and right here is prepare. Additionally, on the top right, you can also search by sorted filter. So you can search by BPM, key, length, year, rating, title, all that stuff. You can get real hands-on. For right now, let's go ahead and keep it in BPM. So as you guys can see, we have 83, 83, and it works your way all the way up to faster stuff, 150 and things like that. All right, now let's jump into the menu section here and take a look at some of the other features that it has. First off, right at the back, I want to point out that this does have a record feature, which means you can record internally inside of the Denon Prime. Go ahead and press start. Now we are recording a mix. So everything that I do on my platters now is all going to be recorded. Once I press stop, I can save it, and I can also name it. For example, I'm going to go ahead and name this a demo. And done. Sources is what it says it is. It'll allow you to manage your SD cards, your USB thumb drives, your hard drives, whatever it may be. Preferences, let's go inside. You have a ton. Preferences for your cues and loops, displays, all that stuff, safety, library. You can even assign deck colors there on the bottom. Let's also check into our utilities tab. Here you have some device settings, whether you want 3 and 4 on. I don't want it on. I only DJ with 2 decks. You can also set the brightness. You can go to low, medium, high, max. I'm pretty blind, so I'm always going to be in the max setting. If we scroll down, we have mixer settings and emphasis on the microphones. Look at how many different things you can adjust on your microphone. Microphone talk over, resume, whether you want it normal or fast. Do you want to send the microphone to the booth? That is awesome that you can shut off the microphone on your booth. That avoids feedback. That's amazing. Crossover adjustments, filter adjustments, noise adjustment, headphone adjustment. So many different options, and you can also even do firmware updates to add new features. So you have a ton of features to choose from. Cool thing that I noticed, as you guys can see, it transferred over my cue points from Serato. So I have cue point 1, I have cue point 2. Jog wheel, super responsive. So there you guys have it, an unboxing and first look at the Denon DJ Prime 4. You can definitely tell that a lot of tender love and care went into making this thing. It's like nothing I've ever seen, because there is nothing out there that's like this. This is truly something different. It's honestly a step forward towards the future of DJing. I'm confident that within a few years, the laptop will go the way of vinyl, CDs, and cassettes, and soon we will all be DJing with tablets, similar to the Prime. But that also brings me to my concerns. Is this controller ahead of its time? I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Are you guys willing, or are you guys ready to give up your laptops to start working on a full standalone system? That's my biggest concern going into this. I've reviewed a ton of controllers here on the channel, and most of the time it's just plug and play. I have my Serato system, I just plug it in and then I try it out. With this one, there was a bit of extra work that went into it because I did have to prep the music. And that process of migrating your entire library to a different system, that, in my opinion, is going to be the biggest hurdle that this system has to overcome. With that being said, if you're totally okay, if your library is not as big as mine, this is an awesome controller. It has all the bells and whistles. Things like the zone out are so amazing and incredible for what we do as mobile DJs. And there's also a ton of other stuff that I did not cover in this video, like the fact that you can actually plug in a keyboard. I know what a lot of you guys are going to comment. I don't want to give up my laptop because I like having a keyboard. It seems like Denon thought of every single thing that might have stopped DJs from buying this thing, and I think it's a bright look towards the future of DJ. The Denon Prime 4 is a go for me. So if you guys want any more information on the Denon Prime, let me know down in those comments below. I'll also leave a link in the description of this video, as well as the first comment on this video, on where you can get more information, also where you can buy the Denon Prime. Listen, a huge shout out to my friends over at Denon DJ for sending over this review model. I will be doing more videos on the Prime in the upcoming days. I'm going to be doing top features on the Denon Prime, and I'll also be giving you guys some more tutorials on the Denon Prime in the next couple of weeks. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you, bros, so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like this video if you like this, subscribe if you're new around here, and if you really want to help me out, don't forget to turn on that bell so that you can be notified next time we review another controller. Signing off, DJ Barr. Stay awesome, bros. Peace.